She was the woman of my dreams.
I just had my first proper introduction to the cops. Just got this ticket for hopping the turnstile at 2nd Avenue. I think I'm a badass above the law. You know, it's something maybe I've gotten a bad habit of doing. Earlier tonight, I hopped this turnstile right here, no problem, on 4th Avenue, 9th Street, because there's no cops, there might be cameras, I don't know. I guess I'm pretty stupid. It's New York City, you know, there's gotta be fucking cameras everywhere. I was at the gig tonight. We had this gig in the East Village at this place called Vaughn, and Jake and Johnny were going to hang out, and I just didn't really want to hang out, so I kind of wanted to head home, and I don't have a subway pass right now because I'm kind of in the financial dumps. I've been taking a lot of hits recently. But I read this book last year about this punk house in Berkeley. It was called Double Deuce. And it was all about this dude, Aaron Comet Bus. And it's kind of DIY shit heel house he lived in Berkeley. And he talks about how him and all his like fucking punk rock friends like hop the turnstiles to ride the BART and shit. So, you know, a lot of the thing with the slooge, I've been sort of consciously patterning it on this lifestyle that this guy had, you know, with just a bunch of artists and musicians and stuff living in a big heap, you know, in this sort of like punk rock. And I do think that there's something about being a criminal that is alluring to me, and it feels right, it feels justifying. You know, like Rimbaud or whatever, you know, to live outside the law, you must be honest, is what Bob Dylan says. So, 2nd Avenue, I get in on the 2nd Avenue side. I mean, it's got to be one of the most popular subway stations in New York City, you know, but there's nobody down there. I told myself I was going to buy a single ride to get home, but I just thought when there was nobody there that, you know, I should, what's up? What are you doing? You're just hanging out on the stoop? I'm talking to America. Talking to my television show. I just had a very exciting adventure. Well, here's what happened. I jumped the turnstiles at 2nd Avenue and I got a ticket. The cops found me. So I got busted by the fucking cops. Okay, so yeah, I hopped the turnstile. And then as I'm going down the subway platform, I hear like these keys behind me, and I'm like, fuck. Like, that's probably not a maintenance worker, but they haven't said anything to me yet. You know, I was hoping it was just some dude with a shitload of keys who's like going to work on the train or whatever, but I'm thinking like, could potentially be. So I turn around to look, and it's 2 cops, and I'm like, fuck. And they're like, sir, hey, can you stop? And you could tell that the one cop was like kind of a rookie cop, you know, like neither one of them really knew what they were doing, and like they weren't intimidating. They were almost like apologetic about it, you know, like they were almost like, you know, please, can I see your ID? And I showed them my ID, and they asked me if I had any warrants out for anything. I was like, no, you know, I've never, just got a clean record. And they're like, the dude thanked me. He's like, thank you for being honest about that. He scanned my license. And the whole time I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I hope the train doesn't come while these guys are doing this, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, then I'm gonna have to wait 20 more fucking minutes. So like the rookie cop guy, like, you know, spends like 5-10 minutes like writing my ticket out and shit. And meanwhile, I've got my one hitter in my pocket. So I'm thinking, Jesus, I hope they don't frisk me or something. Like, I don't want to spend the night in jail. You know, that was kind of my goal. As badass as that would be, and as much cred as I think that would give me, I didn't want to spend the night in jail. So I'm like, God, I hope they don't find my one hitter, because that's going to make everything way more complicated, you know. They didn't. I mean, you know, I was standing there kind of awkwardly. They told me not to put my hands in my pockets, you know, because like I might pull a gun or something. And I was just like standing there awkwardly while the dude wrote the ticket. I didn't like try to make small talk or anything with the cops, because it's just like, I didn't want to, you know, say anything that might be potentially revealing, you know. So they gave me a ticket, $100, and they didn't even charge me the $3 for the jumping the turnstile. So, like, I guess the ticket's really only for $97, but